how to build muscle as a teenager. This is going to be a simple guide, a brief guide, some very helpful tips that I've used personally and that I believe to be are very impactful to your muscle building journey, especially when you're young. So if you don't know me, I'm Sam Hardy. I'm 17. I'm a lifter. Lifting is one of my passions. I don't personally bodybuild or anything, and I'm natural, so I'm not giving advice that I wouldn't give to anybody. So let's get into it. First is going to be train much harder and train less. If you're doing every exercise with 4+ sets, then you're really not training that hard. This one might be personal for some people. They might take offense to that, but I think it's the truth. If you're really training every exercise to failure, then you're probably not going to wind up doing 4+ sets. You will realize very quickly that it is not necessary to get the stress needed to gain muscle. Now, when you train to true failure with each exercise, you won't be able to do super high volume programs. High volume programs are focused on the wrong thing, in my opinion. I think the main driver of muscle growth is intensity, not volume. I think you could do a ton of volume that's not very meaningful. I think it's the quality and the intensity that really contributes to the muscle growth and strength. And you truly get better results from training harder and training with less volume. I'm not talking about Mike Mentzer. I think that that's a little exaggerated and blown out of proportion. I don't think that that is necessary to do one set. I think that's too low in volume, but less than what most people do is what I would say. Four sets, that is too much if you're actually training to true failure. If you're not, then you might need to get those sets in. And then intensity paired with technique is the important emphasis. You'd be surprised that training to failure, if you're not actually slowing the reps down and doing good reps, can be much less difficult. And I think that's why people think training to failure, you can't just do a couple of sets to failure, that's not enough. But if you're slowing your reps down, doing good quality reps, you will realize that that is not the case. Second tip is to have a plan. This is necessary. I don't care how advanced you are, how new you are. You cannot just walk in the gym and guess exercises and weight. It is impossible to progressive overload without tracking progress. Progressive overload is a cornerstone to progress in the gym, to muscle growth, to strength. And if you don't know what the numbers are, you will never know if you truly are, and you can't adjust your plan according to those numbers if you don't have any. So no walking in the gym and just feeling like you want to hit this with this weight, you want to go light today, you want to go heavy today, you want to do this exercise. We got to have a plan, and you have to have actual numbers. And yeah, that's the only way you'll actually know that you're truly progressing. And then the third one, since we're keeping this brief, this is important. Eat and sleep well, optimally track both. So you got to track this stuff. You got to track your calories and protein. If you don't track your calories, you don't know what direction you're going in. That is a big part of muscle growth, because sleep and food and eating are the fuel that go into your body. So you have to track those. You have to be knowledgeable on what you're actually doing. And so it's not very difficult. I would say people go on their phone anyway after they eat. Just track your stuff and know where you're headed. Protein especially, or calories I would say are actually more important. I think that you don't need to absolutely stuff your body full of protein to get the optimal result. I think there's a threshold that going past that doesn't equal more gains. So I would say that track your food, but track your protein too. You got to make sure you're getting enough. Eat real natural food, no protein BS. So protein cookies, even protein bars and protein shakes to an extent are BS compared to actual food. Chicken, steak, pork, meat, good protein, real food. Eat healthy. Health is always a main priority. We're not trying to get buff to be unhealthy. But yeah, and real food will always benefit your body and give you better results than protein snacks anyway. So then at least get 8 hours a night. Sleep is very important for everybody, especially if this video is directed towards people like me that are younger. Even more important, even more vital. And again, eating and sleeping is the fuel to our workouts and to our body overall in general, no matter what we want to do. So, then I would say that wear a watch, ring, Whoop band, Apple Watch, or a ring. Whatever works for you. I personally wear an Apple Watch, but I recommend, it's not absolutely crucial that you do, but make sure you have a good sleeping routine and get some good quality sleep and some good quality food. That will conclude this brief guide. I wanted it to be short. I wanted it to be helpful. I hope so it was. Let me know if it was, and I'll see you guys in the next video.